I'm Spearman with the blue and gold, and these are the picks for the week. To my right, representing the Tennessee Volunteers, is Ms.Kaspar. To my left, QB1, Brenton Burgess. And to my very far left, sports liaison, czar, all-around good guy, Mr.Karassik. So for our picks of the week, we'll start in the college realms. First game up is Georgia versus Tennessee. And we'll just go with our round table. Ms.Kaspar, what do you think?
Well, I think UGA is a really strong team. I don't know if it's just because I've been in the Peach State too long, but I think this is the year that the Tennessee Vols will bring an upset to Athens. I know they're young and inexperienced, blah, 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 same old story, but I'm going to go Vols.
Okay. Brett?
Well, I like UGA better because Tennessee is probably not as a strong team as UGA, but I know a couple kids in UGA that I know do some damage versus Tennessee, and I think Georgia will come out with the win.
And Mr. Karassik, how do you see this one playing out?
Well, I know I saw Burgess in the hallway recently, and he said saw some girl color a dime piece and said, "Hey, yo, girl, you're the only 10 I see. The only 10 I see are the points that Tennessee will score to Georgia's 65. I'm going to say Georgia wins big."
All right, our next game is Florida State versus NC State. Ms.Kaspar.
I'm going to go with the Noles for sure. They're totally loaded. Not as good as last year, but they still have Winston, so absolutely big win.
Okay. Brett Burgess.
I got Florida State all the way. Nobody can stop Jalen Smith. They'll stop it.
And Mr. Karassik.
Yeah, crab legs Winston is going to punch it right into the end zone repeatedly.
Although you got to be careful with Winston because you don't know if he's going to do anything dumb or foolish between now and 11 o'clock tonight. Okay, heading on to the next one. It is Stanford versus Washington. Okay, Ms.Kaspar, who do you like in this one?
I think this one is pretty much a toss-up. I thought Stanford looked pretty uninspired the last time I saw them at home. I'm just gonna go Stanford though.
Okay, Brett Burgess.
I'm gonna have to go with Stanford. I don't know really about Stanford and Washington. Really, I just have to make a choice here, so I'll have to go with Stanford. Never really knew Washington.
And Mr. Karassik.
Well, let me tell you a little story that Burgess about Stanford and Washington. Stanford's going to win, no problem. Kevin Hogan's the man, great quarterback. Chris Peterson, former Boise State coach, is now the coach at the U. But you know what? This isn't the Mountain West. You can't have a bunch of clowns running your offense. So they're going to get smoked by the tree.
You heard that, ladies and gentlemen. No clowns allowed. All right, now moving on to the NFL. Green Bay versus Chicago. Ms.Kaspar, what do you think here?
I care as much about the NFL as these guys care about the WNBA, but I will say that I don't think Aaron Rodgers will have 2 bad weeks in a row, so I'm going to go Green Bay and say Coach K will be happy.
And Brent Burgess.
I would go with Green Bay. Aaron Rodgers has to step up this game, and I know he will because he's that type of quarterback. So I think he'll have a great game. Green Bay will come out with it.
And Mr. Karassik.
This is a true toss-up on this one. Bears defense looked good against the Jets, but Chambly's defense is good against the Jets at the same time. Cutler cannot beat the Packers. He's lost a lot of games in a row, 8 of 9 roundabout. I think Rodgers is too good to lose again. So the Pack, but in a close one.
Moving on to Philadelphia at San Francisco. Ms.Kaspar.
I'm still really torn about this one. I think pretty much the more desperate of the 2 teams will win. And I'm kind of still deciding right at this moment. I think if Kaepernick spends more time looking at his inspirational tattoos, then Philadelphia will win. Yeah.
Okay. Brett Burgess.
I gotta go with my boy Kaepernick. That's one of my favorite players of all time. I actually look at him as a quarterback. So he's gonna have a great game. I gotta go with Kaepernick again for the 9 game.
All right, Karassik.
No offense, but who cares? Neither team's gonna make the playoffs anyway. It's a non-issue. Kaepernick is terribly overrated. Throws like a pitcher, not a quarterback. I'm not going to say he's a bad athlete. 49ers D is depleted. Eagles looking pretty sharp right now. I think Shady McCoy and Sproles and Foles and Macklin tear up the Niners. Not good.
And our final game, Buffalo versus Houston.
I think that both teams have lots of issues, but that Houston just has too many question marks on offense, so I'm going to go with Buffalo.
All right, Brenton Burgess.
Buffalo and Houston, they probably have to be my two least like teams. Like I don't know nothing about them, but I'm gonna have to go with Houston because I like Houston. I don't know nothing about Houston.
All right. This game, it's a good game. Houston's going to pull it off in the end. Fitzpatrick has a lot to prove. Offensively, I don't know, Arian Foster, Andre Johnson, DeAndre Hopkins. I think that's a pretty good little crew. So Houston, big time over the top to Hopkins a couple of times. Wins by, let's call it 9.
Okay, so now for my picks. I see Chicago actually upsetting Green Bay, and Rodgers hitting the panic button.
Why are they upsetting them at home? That's weird.
It is. It's very weird. Philadelphia at San Francisco. I see Philadelphia continuing on their strength, and Harbaugh probably losing it any time now. And then Buffalo versus Houston. Too much J.J. Watt, and I just pretty much think Houston's gonna take it there. In the college game, Georgia versus Tennessee. Todd Gurley, I think, is probably gonna run wild here, and. Tennessee's just not going to be able to do much with that. FSU versus NC State. I think FSU's probably going to jump on NC State pretty hard, considering Winston suited up in pads and then had to be reminded he wasn't going to play that day. And then Stanford versus Washington. I'm going to go with Stanford. Their defense is very stingy, and I'm going to go with Stanford there. So those are my picks. So if you like us, great. And if you don't, you can catch that Twitter at Bulldog page 1, and or if you just like shenanigans, be sure to check out the Blue and Gold.
Don't forget at TonTonMcCoop13 on Twitter.
Yeah, stay away from that one, kids.
Don't go to that Twitter page. Go Big Orange though, for sure. VOLS, VOLS. Go Balls Go.